Morning, guys. Um, it's 10:24 a.m. in the morning. Um, we just get like let me see. Okay, we got like 7 hours, 5 minutes for New York session to be open. We got like um 28 hours for the London sessions to be open. We don't trade Tokyo and Sydney section, so this is eliminated. So we're just gonna do pre-market open analysis on couple of pairs right now. So before we do anything, we gotta check the news. We see if we got news today, the 25th of August. So we don't trade NZD pair, GBP pair. It's a bank holiday today, so there's no news. Um, Euro on the Euro pair, we got GMO IFO business climate. It's a medium impact news, and the USD is the same medium impact news. We don't really got anything to worry about today on concerning the news. So let me see the USD index first before doing anything else. So I think we are still bearish. We are still bearish on the USD index. We are still bearish, overall bearish on the USD index. We saw a little bit of rallies here, but then from the news from Friday, see this big and huge bearish candlestick sweeping all these lows below here. So now we only expect price to um, consolidate a little bit, consolidate, maybe sweeping all this low before reaching for liquidity back here because we're still anticipating sell. So before anticipating sell, we wait for price to come into um, our premiums arrays before we go for sell. Right now we're still in discount, so we're just gonna set our traps before going for sell. We come on the 4 hour time frame. There's a liquidity here that we're gonna be anticipating price reaching for, like this one, uh, and this one. This is our liquidity. These are our major levels we expect price to reach for. But this is just our pre-market analysis. So after this sweep, we expect price to react after this liquidity sweep that is reaching for these gaps. This gap that was inverted at this high impact news candlestick. After this reaction from here, then we're gonna be expecting sales on the USD JPY pair. So um we'll have medium impact news. It's actually going to do something to the market, but it's not going to be that high. It's not really going to impact the market too much. So, and that's going to be like 7:30. So probably we're going to enter the trade after the news. That's what I'm going to do. Just going to wait after this news, then I enter the trade. But our overall bias is bearish. So we are looking for buy. I mean, we are looking for sells on the 1 hour time frame. If you check this pair right now, look at this high impact news. Price sweep this liquidity. Liquidity already been swept. Um, this CSR liquidity already been swept, and we expect price to make some correction here. Maybe consolidate a little bit, sweeping out that high of the consolidation. That means we're going to be in a premiums arrays already. So we'll be expecting price to come back, reaching for sell side liquidity, because our overall bias is still bearish. Still bearish. So let's see what happens. And I'll update you guys. We still got like 7 hours for the New York section to open, so we're gonna be waiting patiently for the New York section. So exactly what we said. Price is kind of consolidating a little bit. We expect it to consolidate, so we are going to go for a sell on this pair, this USDJPY pair. Definitely a sell. So we expect price to do two things here, right? Exactly on what price we expect price to do. Okay, so we expect price to do this, right? Consolidate, 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 sweep out this liquidity above this consolidation before pushing to sell side liquidity below here. That's the first thing we expect price to do. Or price could potentially do this. Tapping this bullish order block that is inverted by this high impact news here, come back down, failing to sweep out the high created above there before pushing to the upside, to the downside. You see, so that's basically creating a head and shoulder here, shoulder, right shoulder, and the head probably, but that's not even the pattern I trade most of the time. That's not even the pattern I trade. So potentially that's what we're expecting price to do, and then we're gonna go for the sell. We're gonna go for the sell probably after this, and this will be our first target. If price type here into this key level, come back down and fails to break that high, we expect price to come back, reaching for sell side liquidity. That's the whole plan, and that's our analysis on this pair basically. Or maybe price would consolidate, 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 break this consolidation, tapping into that key level before coming back to the downside. That's the two things we expect price to do on this trade. So we're just gonna wait and see what happens. Yeah, so and our stop will be above these fair value gap that are inverted already. Guys, after hours of waiting for our confluence to be tapped, that is the bullish order block that got inverted. Now it's time for us to enter the trade. Like we said, price is going to consolidate a little bit, break this consolidation, which is the buy side liquidity resting above this consolidation, tapping into our key levels here before pushing back to the downside. Our overall bias is bearish, so definitely we're going to be looking for sales in our premiums arrays, So we were in discount at this level, and then we literally waited for price to come into premium before going for sell, because you always want to be buying in discount and selling in premiums, right? So that's exactly what we did. This thing, if we would have even taken a trade from this position at this time, now we are already in profit, probably up like 3%. But then, well, we cannot catch every moment in the market, right? So we have to wait for our confluence to be typed before entering the trade. So yeah, let me enter the trade right now instead of wasting time because it's already playing out. And we're gonna be risking 37 pips to get like roughly 122. I think that is too much. Let me bring our take profit up a little bit. Yeah, pretty much. 37 pips for 100 pips. Not bad. That is pretty much decent. So our stop loss is gonna be oh, um our stop is gonna be 148, 148 to 110. And we're gonna be taking one lot size on this trade, or maybe 0.5. No, let's go one lot size. I think it's gonna be okay. And I'll take profit. Let's say I'll take profit as well for 146, 109. Enter for the sell. Okay, we already entered the trade. Going for sell. So we adjust our take profit a little bit below this liquidity, resting below these lows instead of here. Yeah, so we expect price to play out right now. So we waited for price to tap into our bullish order block that was inverted by this high impact news candlestick. When they reject and then push held it back to the downside, as you can see, sweeping out these lows. Let me take this thing from here so you can see. Let me take these lines from here. Okay, so price push all the way to the downside, sweeping out these lows, as you can see. So, but this trade, I'm going for like 1 to 3. I feel like even at 1 to 2 would have been a very good setup as well. 1 to 2, but I went for 1 to 3, which was kind of high. So one to 2 was gonna be good, but then better still, I might break even right now, but I still believe that price is gonna head back to the downside. That's what I believe. Price is gonna come. It already pushed it, try to reject. I believe that price is gonna come back here, sweeping this low to the downside. So we are in profit right now on this trade. So let's see how it ends. So that's the update for the trade we took yesterday on a USDJPY pair. basically. So we enter three position on this trade, and this is how it's playing out. Just thought it wise to come up here and update you guys on what is happening on the charts, and I'll update you whatever the result is. That's why like um your risk to reward is very important. So my risk to reward was 1 to 3. I should have went 1 to 2 risk to reward. I would have gotten profit on this trade even last night. Just this one candlestick was gonna hit my TP if I was gonna go for a 1 to 2 risk to reward. That's why it's very important. So I think the dynamics is about to change a little bit because I will only go race to reward or 1 to 3 race to reward in some rare cases where I'm very confident in the trade and I go 1 to 3. But like my default race to reward is gonna be 1 to 2. I could still be profitable with 1 to 2 race to reward. It's just about managing my risks and consistently winning my 1 to 2 race to reward. That's it, and I'm still gonna be profitable. So profitability don't really come from high risk to reward. It just come from what consistency. So when you are consistent enough with your 1 to 2 race to reward, I believe that you should stick with that. So this trade right now is like a lesson that I've learned. I'm gonna journal that. I'll drop a video also on the way I journal my trades so you guys can see. So as for now, stay tuned. I'm gonna update you guys on what happened on this trade. We're not gonna close any position. We're gonna look forward to taking profit on this trade. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Okay, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the trade we took yesterday. Um, so as you can see, break even. It happened again. So I think we're just gonna close the trade and cut down our losses because price failed to break these lows. So I anticipated price breaking this low. As you can see, this candlestick is the reason I'm closing this trade. You see this rejection with this long wick here is the reason I'm gonna close the trade to reduce my losses. So basically, it's a win-win, right? So as long as I don't lose too much money, it's gonna be a good thing as well. So I think I'm just gonna close the trade and we'll look for another good setup. It's a break even. We came all the way in profit. We're just like few pips away from TP. Imagine that. Just few pips away from TP and this happens. So at the end of the day, we close our loss. We don't know if price is gonna reject from this level, but then I just have that feeling that we should close because price already failed to break these lows. Price failed to break these lows. So I'm seeing a potential buys because it rejected from this our key level 2 times. It did a full rejection from here, reject from here with this candlestick, break even again, reject another time, and then now it's back again. So the possibility of price violating this inverted order block is very high, sweeping out, these highs. These buys are liquidity resting above here. So since I'm aware of that as a trader that is coming up, it's better to cut down your losses than to sit there and watch price go against you, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm closing the trade and we'll see if we can find a better setup. Okay. So yeah, I already closed the trade. I closed the trade already. don't know if you can see, but the trade is already close. We'll find another setup, break even every time. But like, yeah, man. And if I was gonna go for like 1 to 2 rates of reward, but by now I'm already in profit. I already, my rates of reward were a little high. That's why we didn't profit out of this trade. But our analysis was on point. It wasn't bad. Just that our risk to reward was a little bit higher than what price we're supposed to do. Price wasn't really thinking about how we feel, right? So it's still gonna do the thing anyways. But ain't no problem. We're gonna find another setup.
So the good thing is we cut our losses instead of taking maybe $600 losses. We took like 60 or maybe 100, right? So that was the good thing we did. Uh, we knew very well that price um we acted as break even. So we were also aware that price is potentially heading for the upside, and instead of keeping the trade or keeping the trade running, we cut our losses by closing our three positions we opened. So we took the L, but we protect our capital. That's the most important part. You always want to stay in the game. So protect our capital. Hopefully we'll look for another good setup until getting profit. Stay in profit. Keep gaining profit. That's the part of trading. It's a game, right? It's a mind game. So if we were going to be stubborn, because price reacted from that level, from our key level, two times, and both of those two times were break even. So definitely that's a signal that price don't want to be selling, price want to be buying, and we waited, didn't work in our position, so we end up closing the trade, which was a good thing. So subscribe. I'm gonna see you on the next one.